Hey, my name is Jillian and I'm an undergraduate advisor here at the Yellow Cluster. And as part of your mandatory advising requirements, you may be asked to submit an academic plan. And so this video will show you how to create one. First, what is an academic plan? It's a multiple year schedule to plan what courses you need to take and when you plan to take them. You can think of it as your academic roadmap for the next few years. Why do you need one? It's going to help you plan the classes that you need for your major, minor, and when you can take them. And it's also a requirement for mandatory advising. And the reason for that is it allows your major advisors to provide helpful feedback on your plan, ensures that you have all of the major requirements for graduation on your plan, and it also saves time during the mandatory advising appointment so that you can discuss other opportunities and resources that are available on campus. Some things to do before you start your academic plan. You'll want to review your major requirements, be sure that you're super familiar with them, and create or update a degree worksheet in Oasis, and then note the requirements that you still have left to complete. And you'll also want to check for any prerequisites that you need for your remaining major classes using the general catalog. How do you start one? So you'll log into Oasis and you'll click on Forms and Petitions, and then submit a new form. And finally, academic plan. You'll want to give your plan a title that indicates your major, such as the Psych BS Bio or Philosophy Pre-Law. The first thing you'll notice in the academic plan is the classes that you're currently enrolled in or registered for are going to be pre-filled out in the gray boxes, like you'll see here. You can't really make changes to these except to cross them out if you plan to drop the class. To add specific classes, you'll start typing in the subject code and the course number, and you can click on it, and it will automatically populate into the line, including the units. If the course that you're putting on the plan is not going to be offered in that quarter, you'll get an error message, which is the triangle with an exclamation point. And another error you might see is a gold circle with an exclamation point, and that means that the class is not typically offered in that quarter. So to check with a major advisor. Here is an example of a filled out quarter. So you'll see this student has one class that is specified, but they also have classes that are just a general placeholder for a major requirements section. So it's not necessary for you to specifically plan out all of the courses you plan to take, but we just want to be sure that you are aware of all of the major requirements you have left. They also have a placeholder for a minor class and just upper division units for graduation. You can add another year by clicking on another year, and you can also add summer classes if you plan to take summer classes. So your goals for developing your academic plan, you'll want to include all remaining major requirements needed to graduate. Also be sure to include any prerequisites needed for those major classes, and also balance your course load for each quarter. This means aiming for no more than 2 upper division classes from a single area. A successful academic plan is all about balance. So think about 15 to 16 units per quarter, 2 major classes, maybe a double major or a minor class, and just other fun classes or other things you need for graduation. So this is important unit counts to keep in mind. 180 units is the minimum amount to graduate, and 225 is the maximum. So of that 180, 64 have to be upper division units, and you will notice that there's some units up here at the top that maybe just be required on top of your major requirements in order to get to that 180 minimum. Here's an example of a full 2-year academic plan for the philosophy general emphasis. You'll see that they have 2 major classes per quarter. They have some specific classes and other classes that are just placeholders. They have minor requirements, things like that. Also, be sure to save your plan. And if you're doing this requirement for mandatory advising, you'll also want to be sure to click the Submit To button and submit it to your major advisors. Please don't submit it to the College of Letters and Science, just your major advisor. If you have any questions, our emails are on the slide, and we'll also put them in the description. So good luck.